Met you at the gas station, do you remember?
Yes, how you doing?
You're like, does this girl go, how you doing?
Oh my God, that's so funny. That's so
What
fun.
a small world. God, you were so great on punks. You were so unpunkable.
Yeah, I'm not punkable. I'm not punkable.
You're not punkable.
And I've always said that too, but you want to know the funny thing is that what's so rewarding about that experience is not only have you bragged about how unpunkable you are for years, but when it finally happens, you pick it apart piece by piece and immediately say, am I a punk? Like immediately. But I really didn't think that in my head. I thought I was somebody was like setting me up, you know, but very proud. Yeah, that's what and I'm like, what, he just left? And then I'm like, she just shut. I knew it was fake, but I thought someone was setting me up at first. I didn't think it was like punked, you know.
Was Kingston really scared? Because she crashed that thing right into that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I peed myself.
Yeah, no, I think that I did a better job, where Drama did a crappy job setting me up. I was just like so suspicious. I did the working there. So since it was me and Justin, it made him real calm.
When are we getting Bieber? When are we getting that man?
Then you want to know what? For me, it's like, that's for someone else to do. They kept saying like, do an episode. I'm like, man, I don't have time to punk people, and like I would just feel bad. You know what I mean? Like I felt a little bit like I don't feel like it wasn't my responsibility. Like Sean Kingston didn't get punked too bad, and I blame that on Justin anyway. You
Justin's
know?
such a nice kid. I mean, thinking about being your boyfriend. I mean, we can't punk the kid. He's too nice, you know.
Yeah.
He's too
Yeah.
sweet. Well, you know, we're out here for the Danny Way documentary. It's going to be amazing. Tell us how you know Danny.
Danny is one of my very best friends in the world, who I've known since I was very, very young. We came up the same time, both turned pro at 16, very young. Have been on the same team for 20 plus years. I have been to every major stunt he has ever done in his entire career, from jumping China to jumping the Great Wall of China to when he first jumped out of a helicopter, when he jumped off the Hard Rock guitar into the ramp, everything he's ever done, you know, including being in a room when he was like, came up with this idea of the mega ramp, which went on to revolutionize the X Games. Like, he's truly a pioneer. He crushed a paradigm of what's even possible on a skateboard, but beyond that, he just sits in his own world, man. It's truly an amazing athlete and an amazing American. You know?
We must be smoking a lot of weed. I mean, to be going off the Great Wall of China is like, who decides that?
Forget the weed. I'll tell you how gnarly he is. When he gets surgery, because he's gotten like 50 surgeries, he doesn't get put under. He sits, they just numb the area, and he talks about the surgery as they're doing it. So he watches it. And I'm like, that's just like, and he's like, yo, you guys should check out the photos. I'm like, I'm not like you. I'm not like, you know, like to me, there's very levels of man, right? And his, like, if I'm right here as a man, he's like right here. You know what I'm saying? He's like right on the edge of like a Greek god. You know what I mean? Where seriously, like if there was like a nuclear war, he would be able to like cut down trees and build shelters and like get us all food. Like that's how much of a man he is. Yeah.
You're a great businessman. I love your show right now on MTV, Ridiculousness. That shit is ridiculous. I love the things that you show on the show. What made you decide that you wanted to do a show like that?
I actually sold that to them during Robin Big, right? Because I had read an article about Vinny DeBona about America's Funniest Home Videos and the business model behind it. So I sold that to MTV, and because I was sick of doing a reality show where cameras follow me around, I was like, man, I go to the studio and knock it out. But they wanted this, so they bought that and then wanted me to do another reality show, and I was like, and then they offered me all the money for the reality show. So I was like, okay, here's my concept. It's called The Fantasy Factory, and it's going to be about all my businesses and all that stuff. They were like, great, let's do it. So we shot that first, then shot Ridiculousness after the first 2 seasons of that. So. Yeah, it's hard.
Empire. I really want to come shoot you at the Fantasy Factory. Like, that's kind of like a dream of mine, you know? Hanging out with Snoop Dogg and then hanging out with you.
Well, really?
That's like
you must love weed. You must love weed.
We're going to have a lot of editing to do.
You must love your weed. I just want to smoke weed with Snoop Dogg.
No, I said I want to hang out with Rob, D.
Okay. Yeah, well, you could come down there anytime you want to do something.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got to come on my show. I have 3 radio shows, right? A radio talk show.
What's that on?
What is that?
Where's that at?
It's over by LAX Airport.
Okay.
Yeah, we were just seen on Chloe Lamar on E. Not MTV, but we're on E. You know, still legit, you know. But it's a young talk show, very edgy, and also have a show about love, dating, and sex. Do you know anything about that?
What is it?
Love, dating, and sex?
You have a show, Love, Dating, and Sex. A little bit. Oh, really? Okay. Is that what you were telling me at the gas station? Weren't you? You weren't talking about sex or something?
No.
At the gas station, you weren't talking about sex at the gas station?
Sex in the gas station, they don't mix, do they? What's on your mind?
Yes, I know a little bit about that. That would be a great segment.
And when you're not doing your thing, working, what are you up to? Skateboarding, of course, but what else do you do?
No, I don't. I don't know what I do. I work. You know what I mean? I think my hobbies is working. You know what I'm saying?
What do you like in the office?
Mel, I work all day. On TV, I have the funnest life in the world, but in real life, I work all day, every day. How you doing? It's Rob Dyrdek, and we're watching Star Camp. God bless.